Hi, welcome back to Decklan and Piper show.
And today we're going to be talking about life in the future and similar stuff to that, and we'll probably just go from there.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to our first topic. Life when we get older, what it means to be successful, and what we want for ourselves when we're older.
Okay, so first, I plan on being a lawyer when I grow up.
Oh, wow.
And
What college?
University of Michigan.
Oh my God, yes. Okay, so I want to go to U of M, and that it requires a 3.9 GPA.
Which I got last term.
And we have, I'm pretty sure, let's see here. If we go to U of M, I want to be a lawyer, and you want to be a
lawyer.
A lawyer, all right.
What kind of lawyer though?
I want to be corporate law. What are you doing?
I want to be a prosecutor.
Prosecutor, all right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically the jobs and the stuff that we want to do. So let's talk about what it means to be successful to you.
Mm-hmm. What it means to be successful for me is, I don't know. I mean, I focus on making my parents proud and doing what I want to do. So that's really what I want to do in life, because my mom always told me that to be successful, you have to do something that you love. And I'm interested in being a lawyer. So if I do something I'm going to love, then it'll mean a lot to me.
Yeah, I agree with that too. I think what it means to be successful is to have something that you can come home to every day and be proud of and provide for your family when you're older, and basically just all around be, just happy with yourself and happy with your life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what school do you go to now?
Right now, I go to Summit View. And what school do you go to?
I go to Walton Vernon Middle School. And when we're high school, where are you planning on going?
Scott High School.
Scott High School, all right. I was thinking either Connor High, or I was going to do just Walton Vernon High School, which is all located in a small town of Walton.
Okay, and on to our next topic, we will be talking about sports.
Yeah, sports around are just probably one of my favorite things, and they're kind of the heart to, any boy's dreams. Just the football, the basketball, the baseball, the anything, the soccer, everything. What are your thoughts on sports?
Pretty much our family is a huge Michigan football sport.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Michigan everywhere.
Michigan football sport fans.
Yay. All right, so Michigan is probably one of our favorite teams to watch. But besides that, what sports do you play?
I'm doing track, and I did volleyball this year.
Yeah. So I have been doing baseball for 7.5 years. I think 8 years maybe. And then I did wrestling for 2 years, maybe 1, I think. And I tried basketball out. I played for like 2 seasons. It was all right, just really wasn't my thing. So I stuck to baseball, and then now I have a gazillion of these hats from baseball, and I won this one actually at a home run hitting contest, and I got second place. So the top 3 got to pick a hat, and it was like the high schoolers were running it, and we got to see how far we could throw, and this is where I won this hat, and I got another hat from hitting. Have you won any awards or medals or anything doing any of the sports?
A lot.
A lot. Okay. All right. Well, overall, we're big sports fans, and that's just something we like to do. And Michigan is definitely going to be our top favorite sport forever. But
even though they haven't been having a good season this year.
All right. Our third and final topic is Christmas, and because it is the season and the season's coming up, and we are going to be talking about what does Christmas mean to us? Does it mean giving and receiving, or does it mean giving a crap ton of presents and gifts?
No, I think Christmas has a meaning to it. Christmas, it really brings families together.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Christmas is a time to spend time with your family, and it's a time to be thankful for what you have, even though that's literally Thanksgiving's motto, be thankful for everything. But Christmas is just such a wonderful time, and personally the best time of the year. And there's something about it that just makes you happy inside and feel so warm and stuff. But we're basically just gonna go on these topics and just kind of skim through them and see what we want to talk about a little more. And is there anyone specific that you want to talk about again?
My mom again. I talked about her in the last podcast, but I'm talking about her again.
All right.
I'm gonna say again that my mom does make the best meals.
Oh.
She makes the best food and she makes the best steaks. My mom, she's been baking recently and it's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, I think my mom has really good cooking too. What's your favorite meal that she makes?
Probably her soups.
Her soups. Oh, soup is so good. We both have the same restaurant that we personally think is the best restaurant ever. We're gonna say it on 3, okay? 1, 2, 3. Panera. Yeah.
We love Panera.
Panera is probably our favorite restaurant. So when it comes to soup or any type of stuff like that, it's just, it's always good there.
Mm-hmm.
We love me some Panera. And basically, my mom makes really, really good enchilada pasta. It's like an enchilada, but in a pasta, and it's so good. And we have different meals that we make every week. We have like a planner. I always look on the planner and see what meals we have. And usually I can con my mom into getting me a meal that I feel like eating and not one that I feel like wasting.
Yeah. And I'd say, like, going back to Panera, my typical order from Panera would have to be their Frontega chicken, and I get their cream of chicken and wild rice and their baguette. What's your typical order?
My typical order is a buffalo chicken sandwich on a baguette with extra baguette, because who doesn't like an extra baguette?
Their baguettes are the best.
Yeah. And, well, it really depends, because sometimes I'll get a small mac and cheese with a buffalo chicken thing and just say to give me half of a buffalo chicken so I don't have the whole thing. And Panera's just, I don't know. There's something about it where I could get something new every time and it would still be pleasing and good. Like, if it's the broccoli cheddar soup with the baguette or the mac and cheese or the buffalo chicken sandwich or whatever you get, I would probably like that too. Like, just whatever it is, it's always good at Panera.
Yeah. I mean, what other topics should we talk about? Should we go back to sports?
We go back to sports. I'm trying to think.
Oh, we should talk about the Paul.
The Paul versus Tyson fight. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So one thing I want to just start off by saying is it is rigged. And Tyson's also 50-something years old. So
he's like 58, I think.
Yeah. So that's probably why he didn't win. But I just want to say Jake Paul did not deserve to win that fight. No matter what anybody thinks, Jake Paul is just, I don't know, there's something about him that sketches me out.
Oh.
But basically, I was rooting for Tyson, and if you weren't, it's fine. But Tyson is the scariest man alive.
Scariest man alive.
Scariest man alive, and he's just, oh man, I would hate to cross paths with him, even though he's 58 years old.
Yeah.
But any thoughts about the fight yourself?
Honestly, when it was going back to the Amanda and
Oh,
Katie fight.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was not fair.
Amanda definitely should have won.
She had butted her.
Yeah, she
Katie
was
had her.
rubbing against her eye, trying to get it to cut open more so it could bleed and the blood would get in her eye so she couldn't see and then she could possibly get a knockout. But they were just both so tired it looked like she was hugging her to death and her skin was hanging over her eye. I saw so many reports on that the next day on like how she was getting like 3 stitches on her eye.
It's about to be a 911 episode.
Oh yeah. I mean, she's a trooper though. I would like if I could meet her, if I could meet her, I would literally just like tell her straight up like you are probably the toughest girl I've ever met or woman. She ain't no girl. She's a full-on woman and she dealt with that better than my dad. My dad would have been crying. But she was just I mean, they even offered her to get out of the ring and go get medical help and she said no.
She did it.
Yeah.
I'd see the other. I don't quite remember the names of the first two guys fight.
The guy from India and the guy from
the
first
Puerto Rico fight that they played.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it was from Puerto Rico.
No.
I think
it was Venezuela or Guatemala. One of those.
I don't know. But the first fight, I don't know. It wasn't really that interesting. I felt like they kept on resting on each other.
It was because the one guy from the unknown country was a rookie and he was a YouTuber boxer against a professional boxer from India.
I heard about that.
So that's probably why he didn't really know what to do. But
yeah.
I would kind of like to touch back on our life goals and stuff. Or maybe, honestly, we can just go to a different topic and make it up as we go.
Yeah, I'd say one more thing about the sports is, like, Paul and Tyson, that should have been way more interesting.
Yes.
Like, them talking, like, just smack to each other, and then you're going to just fight like that.
The slap and the toe stepping, the everything.
Like, when
all
Jake Paul
for the
had
weakest
the
fight.
Little ear thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh.
And when Jake Paul came out listening, so I don't know if you got this, but that song that Jake Paul and Logan Paul were listening to as they came out and singing to in their little car was the same song that Mike Tyson, when he was younger, sung along to when he bit off that person's ear.
Oh.
And they did that on purpose. And Jake Paul,
he wants to get in their heads.
Oh, yeah. He was playing that song. He just came out in that sports car. And I was like, wow. With his brother, too. I was just like, okay.
And then, like, Logan just spraying him with the axe.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, my gosh. Okay, but the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, when they, like, opened up the...
Oh, yeah. They did really good.
They were so good.
I mean, they're the best of the best. I mean, Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders get paid more than any other cheerleader in the NFL. And that's why they have a whole documentary about them. And
I actually watched it. It's really good.
Yeah, and like some cheerleaders, they let anybody in. You have to be good. You have to be in shape. You have to have the same body type they want. Like, you have to be up to their standards to get in there. And it's really hard. So they did really good. But I would like to talk about maybe just our lives right now and like what's kind of going on and what we're doing here right now.
Yeah. Well, I'd say I'm doing good in school. I don't know about you, Declan. How are you doing?
I'm doing good in school. I have last report card. Our report card just got submitted yesterday.
Ours didn't.
Really?
We were supposed to have it, actually.
Yeah, so we have a middle report card and then an end for one quarter.
Oh, yeah, that's midterm. And
this is a midterm report card, and they don't send it on a piece of paper. They just email it through Infinite Campus. But basically, I got all A's and then 1 C because the class I'm taking is a business class, and it's a lot. The business teacher is really cool. I love the business teacher. He's so cool. But his class is really hard, unfortunately. And especially applied math. I had to get that grade up so much because, like other schools, we have 2 math classes, regular math and we have applied math. Just like, but it's really, it's probably, and like Miss Gamble, the real math teacher, she is teaching us stuff that we're just like overviewing stuff, but we're learning new stuff. Mr. B is teaching us stuff that 8th graders do. So like I probably know some of the math that you do, or a little hint of the math that you do.
Right now we're doing it's like distributive property.
We already learned that. Isosceles,
Pretty
distributive, commutative.
No, not that. It's like it has an equation, and then first we have to like simplify the equation, then we bring it down, then we like do the x, y factors, and then we bring it down again, and then we like do a line through the equal sign, and then like get that variable by itself, and then we'd have to divide or multiply.
We do that,
we
do that, except we don't do the variable part. He said we'll save that, so we just switch
so many
it.
variables.
Yeah. So we do we learn the community and the distributive and all that stuff. But what we're doing now is we're doing negative routes and negative distributor, or not distributors, distances, and
that's pretty easy. I remember doing that.
I forget what it's called. I don't know. It's just like it's like negative numbers, and you have to like divide them, multiply them, and find the whole route.
Oh yeah,
of each common denominator, and then you have to either divide that, multiply, subtract it, or add it, and then you have to find miles per hour or a minute to it.
Yeah.
And it's sort of hard, but basically we're doing that, and then my grades are going pretty well. My last report card, I got all A's and 1 B.
Same. I got my last report card, I got all A's.
Yeah. I definitely flop it so much. Like I'll be doing so good with all A's, and then I'll just get a lower score than I want to on a test, because I'm a terrible test taker. Like when it comes to testing, I second guess myself so much. So I'll be clicking the answer, and then I'll go to press the submit button. I go back and press the other answer, and then I press submit, and it's like it was the answer that I originally had, because I second guess myself too much, and I end up failing test, and that's what gets me to low grades. I know what I'm doing, and I know what, like, if you gave me an equation right now, I could solve it. Mm-hmm. But if you said it's out of 10 points on something, it would get my blood rushing, and I would be like,
I gotta lock in.
This is half of my grade, and I'm going to second guess myself because I'm terrible at it. Mm-hmm. So.
All right. Well, I think we've wrapped it all up.
So anyway, guys, that is the last for today.
Mm-hmm. That is all. I'm Piper.
I am Declan, and this is the Decklan and Piper Show.
Hope you guys enjoyed watching.